Being part of the NAR movement, I saw a lot of things. The NAR is a movement that is focused a lot on miracles and signs and wonders and the building of the kingdom and all of these things. And so during that time, I saw a lot of things. And if you've ever been in the NAR and you broke free and you're at a place where you can talk about it, you will too admit that you saw a lot of crazy things, because there's a lot of hype and there's a lot of things that go on that are not like Christ. One of the things that happens is these false prophets and apostles will plant people in their church services to pretend that they were healed, to pretend that they'd received a miracle, to get the crowd going and to kind of pump things up. Well, I was married to a false prophet for 16 years. Those of you that follow me, you know my story. I'm not going to get into all of that, but he was a shyster. He was a grifter. He was a con artist, is all of those things still. And he's just false. And he was big on prosperity gospel, word of faith, envelopes with the amount of money on them that you needed to give. Most of the time, the offering was tied to a scripture that he was going to choose to preach out of. And so he would write on the envelopes, he would write the amount that a person was supposed to give. But one thing that he would do is he would plant people in the crowd with an offering. So before the service, he would slip them $100 or $50. And when he took up his offering that night, they were supposed to be the first ones to raise their hands to get an envelope, to build the people's faith in the crowd and to get the crowd going with hype and excitement, critical thinking out the door, you're moved by emotions, placebo effect, like all of these things were happening. And so he used to plant people in the service with money. One time, he slipped a lady, a single mother who was struggling to pay her bills. He slipped her $100 before the service. And he said, when I take up my offering, I want you to raise your hand for an envelope, and I want you to give the offering into the offering that I'm going to take. Give that money. So the offering time came and went, and she never gave the $100. She actually kept it and went home and paid one of her bills. So that kind of backfired on him.